Boom.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Lucky Paper YouTube channel and stream if you're here live. We are playing decks drafted from Jay's vintage unpowered cube. Jay's off screen doing production. Do you want to give a quick intro to the cube, Jay? Just
again?
Yeah. I mean, people don't watch all the videos. It's a brand new video.
All right. Yeah. No, this is a kind of a classically powerful cube. It's has a bunch of like the powerful things you can do in Magic. There's no power 9, but there's lots of combos: channel, tinker, balance,
Root stuff,
splinter twin, reanimator, as you can see right here. Yeah.
Pretty close to like, a more traditional powered cube or powerful cube than anything else we've played on the channel before. Anthony, you want to run us down what you're playing over there?
Absolutely.
You can click on player 1 focus and we'll go to Anthony's screen.
So I'm playing a sort of 5-color green deck. I have just a bunch of green ramp and some mid-rangey stuff with Uro and things like that. And then just a bunch of like multicolored ridiculous top end like Minsk and Boo and the Hydroid Crisis and Golos. It'd be really fun to do some Golos shenanigans here. The thing I'm actually worried about mostly is the mana base. I didn't think about this as carefully as I should have, and I'm worried I'm just not actually going to hit green. I should maybe be playing more forests, but we'll see how it goes.
And then I am playing a Grixis Reanimator deck, which, spoiler alert for the previous match, if you haven't watched that video yet, I got absolutely shithoused. I got totally destroyed. The deck didn't really do anything. I drew a lot of really awful hands, had a mulligan a bunch, and even when I had a playable hand, I got blanked by 1 or 2 cards, so hoping I can do more stuff this game. I actually think this matchup's pretty okay for me if my deck gets to do its thing. If it actually functions, I think Anthony will struggle to beat an early cheated out target. I peeked at his deck list. Not a lot of ways to deal with a big cheated into play creature.
Wow.
So,
Rude.
Well, look, I mean, we're all going to see each other's decks. I'm just not. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to do. I also have this little combo here of Shouldered and Wheel of Fortune, which if I spend all night losing, that's fine. I just want to do Shouldered Wheel of Fortune. Or honestly, Shouldered Grizzlebrand, because you can just draw your whole deck because you gain life when you draw cards. And then
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty fun.
Surely you can cast Wheel of Fortune after that.
And then I mill myself out to death.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see how it goes.
But it was worth it.
It's all worth it.
All right, Anthony, let's do a high roll. 5. 11.
Well, you rolled a 6 on camera, so.
I'll take the play. I want to correct you, Land of Mordor, in the chat. You are not sorry to be a pedant. You are, in fact, very happy to be a pedant.
I agree with Mild Lemon. Huntmaster of the Fells is the most powerful 4-mana Gruul card.
Do you actually agree with that? I was going to say.
But I do love...
Minsk and Boo is in Anthony's deck.
I'm not looking forward to reading Minsk and Boo. It's not going to be fun for me.
Don't worry, I'll just scoop.
The fact that Huntsmaster's still in my cube means I enjoy the card, so...
Card's cool.
It's definitely on the lower power level of stuff in it, but I do love the card.
All right.
Is this card in my deck? Did I shuffle my sideboard into my deck?
That looks like a pretty big stack.
Yeah.
That looks like my deck.
Yeah, that's a pretty big stack.
Shoot. Go ahead. Did I do this last time as well?
That's pretty good. All right, well, I'll spend a lot of time talking about my opening 7, maybe mulliganing even, to give you more time to actually build your deck again.
Sorry.
All right, let's see what my 7 is.
It's playable.
I mean, I have to keep this hand. If this hand is bad, well, I mean, again, I have this situation. I don't know. Honestly, it's pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. Do the player 2 focus, and I can chat through this a little bit. It's a pretty rough hand. Again, I'm kind of basically on a multi 5-ish because these two are not that close to being cast, and I have one half of this thing, but not the other half of it. I could hope Anthony doesn't just like dump his hand and just kind of get a reset on maybe turn 3 if I draw a land. But honestly, I think I got to throw this back, and I am going to throw this back. It's a really janky hand. Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad hand. I feel like I'm just going to get nothing but bad hands with this deck.
I think I probably would have kept that hand.
You probably would have won with it too, but that's you. I would have kept that hand and done nothing probably.
I think my tiebreaker would be
Xerxes, I love Seasoned Pyromancer, but I have 5 red sources. I don't think I can play a double red card on 5 red sources.
I think my tiebreaker would have been that Anthony's deck is about playing a bunch of mana dorks, and you had Brazen Bar and Doomblade to buy you a bunch of time. And Entomb's like the
If
harder,
one of those cards was Deluge, I would have kept that hand for sure.
Entomb's the harder effect to set up is putting your creature in the yard, because then all you have to do is draw the Reanimate, and if you just draw a land, you can go wheel, and if you wheel, you'll probably find a reanimation spell.
Well, I didn't keep it. Let's see how the second hand looks.
I definitely mulliganing makes sense also. So.
All right. Sorry for being a dummy.
You're good.
I'm glad that I drew a card that I obviously did not mean to have in my deck.
Yeah, that would have been worse if it was turn 3 and you were like, an off-color card that I can't cast. Fascinating. I guess you can cast any card in your deck, huh?
Pretty much, yeah. I will keep this hand, and I feel pretty good about it. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Oh, I should show the folks at home.
Questions, comments? Don't ask them because Andy can read the chat, and I can't. So.
All right. I think I do have to keep this 6, sending this back, just because this card is bad to have in my hand because it blanks another one of the cards in my deck, and also I have no way to bin it anyway. So I'm going to keep the cards I can cast and put this in the bottom. It's not a great hand, though. My deck is not looking explosive or awesome. All right, Anthony, you ready for Magic?
I'm ready.
I'm going to play a tapped Creeping Tar Pit and pass the turn. This is a creature land I can animate for 1 blue-black. It becomes a 3/2... Elemental, right? Elemental. They're all elementals, of course.
I'm going to go ahead and play a Ketria Triome and pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Not playing around Wasteland in this matchup. I'll play an Underground Sea and pass.
I'll untap. Draw a card. Cast Once Upon a Time for free, because that's how it works.
You do it.
The first 5.
I maybe cast that on turn 1. Dig for a playable 1-drop.
Interesting. This is not great, to be honest. Yeah, I will get a Tireless Tracker.
I think card seems good.
Put that in my hand. I wish I had a better sense of the fetchables in my deck.
You could even know them instead of having a sense of them.
Yeah, I know. That's a really good point. I will go ahead and play a Forest and a Scavenging Ooze. And I'll say go. Who needs a...
I will draw.
A playable 1-drop when you can just play Scavenging Ooze?
Yeah, you thought Solitude was good against your deck.
I mean, honestly, Solitude I think is much better than this against my deck, to be honest.
Yeah.
I will pass the turn.
Untap. Draw on a card. I'm going to play a Hallowed Fountain and take 2.
Going to 18.
Do I update that here?
Yeah, so he's the one on the left. So it's the left file. And then update that and just hit save.
Go to combat.
Yep.
Attack you for 2.
I go to 18. So we're both at 18 now.
Then I will cast Portent, targeting myself.
Sure.
Top 3. Sure. I'm actually going to shuffle. I don't know if I'm doing things right. It's fine.
I don't know either.
And this I don't draw until the next upkeep, right?
Yeah, so my
Put
upkeep
that
you
there
will
to
draw.
remember that. And then I will play a Llanowar Elves and say go.
Sure. That's all fine. I will untap. You will draw a card.
Draw a card. Hey,
I will draw.
look at the cards. Shuffle. Draw the card.
Was it the same one?
Did you actually shuffle?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'll play a swamp.
People watching can confirm.
Can confirm.
I'll play a Shoulder of the Apocalypse.
Oh, no.
I'll pass the turn.
So whenever I draw a card, I lose 2 life?
Correct.
Oh god, that's gonna be a nightmare for me.
Yeah, well, it'll be over soon, I think. Untap. Draw.
16 for Anthony.
Well, I guess I can do that. Let's cast a Tireless Tracker.
Yeah, you got it.
Play a Wooded Foothills.
Ooh, look at all these tokens.
Oh,
I think we got clues over here. Gotta have clues in here.
And you have a 4/5 now?
4/5 Death Touch.
It is Death Touch?
It's got Death Touch.
Wholly unnecessary.
Here's some clues for you. Here's another clue. You can pick your favorite art.
I will say go.
All right, I'll untap.
Definitely got to go with
I will draw.
this guy.
I'll cast Thoughtseize targeting you, and I go up to 20.
Well, now you're going back to 18.
Yuck.
And I'm going back to 18 after the Thoughtseize revolves. All right, let's see here. So, Huntmaster and Ashiok are my choices.
Hmm.
I guess I just... This thing flips, it punches for 4, yeah? No, 2.
2. How much toughness does your ridiculous creature have?
5.
5.
But you have blue. Ketria is not black, so you're missing black, but you can probably fetch up black to play Ashiok is my guess.
It's my guess too.
I'm gonna make you discard Ashiok.
Sure. That makes sense.
Then I'm going to cast Toxic Deluge.
Oh no.
And it costs 2 to crack a clue, so I'm just gonna pay 2 life. There are also no creatures in the graveyard, so you can't pump your scavenging ooze. So I go to 16.
That's true. I am going to go ahead and crack my Wooded Foothills. Going to 15.
15 for Anthony. If you couldn't get a black source, you bluffed me real good.
I'm going to get basic forest. Trigger will get a clue, and then I'll pay 2 to sacrifice the clue.
Oh, you have the stupid elf mana. Oh, so stupid. I'm so mad.
So I will end up with 1 clue, draw on a card, lose 2 more from Shieldred again.
Yep, so you go to 13.
I get the +1/+1 dice.
Sure.
That's not +1/+1 dice.
Oh, sure. I'll give you
And
the
these will
+1/+1.
die.
Let's make that more clear.
They're sad.
I'm an idiot. Go to combat. Attack.
So it's currently a
3/5.
3/5. Yep, no blocks.
You take 3. Put you to 10. I will pass the turn.
Untap. Draw.
Go to 8. Who needs a strategy when you can cast Shieldred?
1 card combo.
Yeah, I don't love it. Be honest about that. Well, let's find out what this card does.
Oh no, is it Minsk and Boo?
It is Minsk and Boo. And then I will play a Raging Ravine. Trigger.
Ooh, lucky I don't have bolts. You gave me a window to bolt your
You got a,
Minsk and Boo.
They're tapped out. Yeah, you're right.
You get a little guy.
I will make a little guy. Okay.
Oh, right, it was a 2/3, not a 3/4. So you have one more life, Anthony. If he's actually at 9.
Oh, great. And then I will put 3
Anthony's actually at 9,
counters
sorry.
on it. So it's going to be a 1/1.
Do we actually have... What is the token?
It's a hamster. It's a legendary hamster.
Is it green?
Well, it's legendary, which is why I would be surprised that if it's here.
I mean, he can make whatever he wants. Is it a green hamster, though?
Yeah, but it's boo. It's a boo token.
It's a boo token. It is
I'm saying he just designs it. He can make whatever token he wants to make.
I guess that's fair.
Looks like he hasn't made a boo token, but it's nothing to say he can't. Oh, it's red. Hold on. It's red.
I'm about to eat my words.
Nope, don't have that either.
Use the
Oh, wait, no, we do.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Get
wow.
wrecked. Check out that boo token. Because it's named Boo, not Hamster. That's what.
It is named Boo, not Hamster. And then I guess I'll go to. I mean, am I just double blocking here? Is that the plan? You're at 16. I can take you for 7. It doesn't sound like the worst thing. But if I don't, as Death Touch, which means it'll eat both of my creatures, that actually is relevant. But I just lose if I don't find a way to kill you. So let's go to combat. Let's attack you for 8. Sorry, I said the wrong thing during my thinkings.
Go to 8.
And I'll pass the turn.
I'll untap.
I'm sorry,
I will
put
draw a
10.
card and go to 10.
Yeah.
The question is, am I supposed to care about...
Do you? It's up to you if you care.
No, because I just attack you for 7 and then you die on draw step? Unless you do something really cute. I'll play Xander's Lounge. I'll animate Creeping Tar Pit.
Mm-hmm.
Attack you for 7.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
Put you to 2.
You sure will.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Choose not to draw? No one's ever done that before.
You can make another boo token. Unless you
Can
roll it.
All right. Soldier of the Apocalypse, kids.
Wow, that card seems fun.
Soldier. I mean, Minsky Boo's not fun either.
I don't think so.
All right. I do think I have some sideboard stuff against Anthony. I think. I'm going to want, I think this, and I think this. And then the other thing you can do is, so in the game indicators down there, click on the little eyeball indicator next to P2G1 under the sources. There you go, you got it. P2G1. Because I won. Boom. That just fills in that little circle in the top there.
Got it.
It's all very complicated in here. All right. What's bad against Anthony? Feels not great, but I can't. Why is this one island always upside down?
This makes you draw cards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that card's really bad.
Card's really bad
against Shieldred. To be fair, it is a May. You can decide not to draw the extra cards.
Interesting.
You can decide to have the card do nothing.
As long as you just, want to take 14 life off of your Sylvan Library.
You know I want to. All right, I'm doing a couple sideboards over here.
You do player 1 cam so people can see his sideboards.
I'm taking out these 3 cards because I don't know how necessary this is. Biblioteca Silvestre.
Donde está la biblioteca?
It's really bad against Shield of the Apocalypse, and in general, I think I just want to be a little bit more proactive and have more interaction in this matchup. Same with this card over here. These cards all answer Reanimator stuff pretty well, so that's my plan.
I don't like that you have multiple cards that answer Reanimator stuff. I did not look at your sideboard. Or look at your deck.
Great.
Chad, I'm taking this out, which I don't like and don't really want to be playing in the first place. I'm adding this in. It's a little hard to cast, and I don't like main decking that much of this kind of effect. But against Anthony, it's a good kind of effect, so I will take it.
No respect.
Good kinds of effects.
You are on the play, I
I'll
presume.
be on the play.
All right. Shielder's messed up.
I agree.
That card's probably even good in Commander, too, right? People draw a zillion cards in Commander.
Oh, yeah.
You just have to remember it for everyone's turn.
That's Commander players love that, right? Isn't that why you play Commander? So you can announce all your triggers to everybody?
Yeah. Let's have a game with
Do you pay the one?
Yeah, you got a Ristic Study, Smothering Tithe, and Children play. Sounds like a fun time for everyone.
I'm going to keep this hand. I feel pretty okay about it. It'll be great.
I am not going to keep this, chat. I would if I had red
Now
mana.
can I look?
You can look now. If I had red mana, I would keep this hand because I would just plan to Wheel of Fortune, pitching at least Grizzlebrand, and almost certainly drawing into or let's give myself a very good chance to draw into Reanimation Effect. But I'm not going to rely on drawing red. And this is why I don't think I can main deck or play Seasoned Pyromancer, because I only have 5 red sources. I'm not playing a double red card on 5 red sources. Down to 6.
There's my win condition.
Angus the Chap, thanks for the follow. All right, let's... Playing this deck is at least a really good lesson in mulligans, I guess. You get to make a lot of them. All right. We are going to keep this one, chat. I think it's a pretty easy... Well, it's not pretty easy. I think the bottoming is between these two. You could argue maybe I pitch this, but I think it's got to be one of these two. This card I love in this matchup for obvious reasons. That's good. If I get to that point, it would be great. I have enough ways to make this card really good that I'm going to go ahead and pitch this more expensive card and send it back. All right, Anthony, take it away.
All right, we're going to start things off boldly with a forest and a tree speaker and pass the turn.
You got a tree speaker.
I also have the tokens.
Yes, here you go.
Thank you.
Go token shopping. I'm going to play a Scalding Tarn, and I'm going to sacrifice that Scalding Tarn, taking 1, going to 19J, and I'm going to go ahead and get a Underground Sea. And then I am going to Inquisition of Kozilek you.
No! But I just got all the tokens.
Well, good news. I can't take 2 of those things with Inquisition of Kozilek, so Green Sun Zenith is gone, and I shall live in fear of those 4 drops.
I was so prepared to not forget to put Green Sun Zenith into my library. And yet,
Pass turn.
here we are. Untap. Draw on a card. Can't really do stuff with my mana here, which is annoying.
Thank you, Cherry Magnolia, for throwing the decks on Moxfield for other people. Very thoughtful of you.
I'll play a Wooded Foothills. Crack it.
Bop. Go to 19.
I think I am getting a breeding pool.
An untapped breeding pool. Presumably so you can level up.
Yeah.
All
I'm gonna
right.
get that breeding pool.
17.
Level up my dude. And I'll go to combat. Attack you for 1.
Down to 18.
Say go.
He's got me at 18 now, Jay. Swamp, go.
I don't like that.
Would you prefer I cast
Untap.
powerful spells instead of just passing the turn?
Yeah, I guess so. Draw on a card. All right, my boy taps for 2 mana now.
It's Soul Ring.
So, can I sequence this in a cool way? I think.
Do it. Do the cool thing.
Play an Ancient Tomb.
Uh-oh. So now you can do both, right? Yeah, for sure.
Let's make sure this resolves. I'll take 2. Cast Garrick.
You got a Garrick.
Cool. Let's float a green, plus him to untap 2 lands. And then pay another 2 life. And cast
Down to 13.
the Chariot. Make 2 cats.
You got a Chariot.
Cat. And pass the turn.
Also, Garrick's at 4.
Yep, thank you.
It's a pretty good start.
Thank you. I tried really hard.
Play an island. I mean, this feels bad, but I definitely have to do it, I think. Or do I have to do it?
Or do you? What's he going to do?
You're surely going to be able to play another creature is the problem, so that can't even successfully protect itself. I'll pass the turn. Go ahead.
All right. I'll untap. Draw a card. I'll play a Raging Ravine. Minus Garrick to make a beast.
Sure.
Crew this guy,
Mm-hmm.
the Chariot.
Yep.
And then go to combat, attack, trigger, I will make another beast.
I take 8.
And I'll pass the turn.
I'll cycle Xander's Lounge.
Okay. You got it.
Untap. Draw. Deluge X equals 3.
Yeah.
I go to 7.
Sure.
And I'll play a mountain, and I will pass the turn.
My beasts and cats are all dead. I will take 2 off the tomb. And
11.
Cycle Ketria Triome. Draw. Untap. Draw a card for turn. Play a swamp. Four mana. Actually, let me think about this a little bit better. Because I could use Garrick, untap lands to... I think I'd rather have more beasts.
So he can
Let's
accrue it. Oy.
cast Huntsmaster. Should have found this wolf.
Should have but didn't. You gained 2 life, right?
Yes, I think that sounds right.
Yeah, you gained 2 life. Up to 13.
Then let's minus Garrick to make a beast. Crew the Chariot. Go to combat. Attack you for 4 and make another beast.
Yep.
And pass the turn.
I think I have no outs now. go to the next game.
Okay. Huntsmaster. Still great. Flawless card.
Colossal Dremel would have been better there.
Hey, I wouldn't complain.
All right. Check that. Oh, you did it already. Cool. Check the player one game one, though. They start from the inside and go to the outside.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, game 3. I'm going to stick with my sideboard plan from last game. So far, my deck has not even done anything cool. I just want to do something cool.
You cast Shieldred.
Cast Shieldred.
That's not cool.
You hard cast Shark Typhoon.
That's not cool
That was
either.
cool. Yeah.
I think
It would have been cool if I made sharks afterwards, but I didn't do
You
that.
made 2 sharks.
If I made sharks that mattered. Also, I think I made 3 sharks.
Everybody just,
No, I thought about making a 3rd shark, but it wouldn't have mattered.
everybody just
You
wants
played in
sharks and
flashback to Faithless Looting. Yeah, look at that.
What's that?
Hardcast Shark Typhoon is very cool.
Well, that's what Donald
Very
says. You think
cool.
Donald's cool?
I mean, I think Hardcast Shark
I mean,
Typhoon.
Donald is pretty cool because his handle was Donald K Magic, which is just a cool handle to have.
I agree.
All right. Can we just get one Dark Ritual Entomb Exhume hand? Is it too much to ask? I'll even accept Dark Ritual Entomb Persist or Dark Ritual Unmarked Grave Persist. That's also fine.
Pizza Pepperoni also thinks it's cool.
Pizza Pizza Pepperoni. That's a
Pizza
great
Pepperoni.
handle.
That's my roommate.
Hello, Jay's roommate. I like your handle a lot.
It's very good.
I underestimate how fast these games are going to be. Maybe we'll have time to play more stuff. We'll see. Let's get a good 7. Come on, good 7. Come on, good 7.
Is it a good 7?
I'm going to keep it.
It's pretty medium.
I'm going to keep it because we've seen how bad the hands with this deck can get, and the answer is very bad. So I'm going to keep this hand, and we'll see what happens. I mean, obviously you know what I want to do with this hand, chat. You know what I want to do with this hand. Let's see if I get to do it.
I'm going to keep this hand as well. It's maybe a little bit sketchier in some ways, but we got this card, which is going to make everything better, right? Great.
I'm going to attempt to take that card. It's going to make everything better.
Oh, no.
Unless it's Once Upon a Time, in which case you
no,
cast
I'm
it
gonna
right
cast
now.
Once Upon a
Okay, it is
Time.
Once Upon a Time. Okay, fair. What's up, AP Teeling? What's up, Opie Gohard?
Ooh.
This is still kind of good for me because whatever you get with it, well, it's a land, obviously,
Yeah.
if that's what you're looking for.
What are you going to take here? It's 3 or less?
Yep, non-land permanent, mana value 3 or less. This is the second match, Aaron. The first match was over quickly, and I got shit canned. Absolutely embarrassed.
Okay.
Taken out back and spanked. Whatever will I take in my Reanimator deck?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and snag not only your first play, but also your best play against me, and I will pass the turn. That's Scavenging Ooze I'm taking away here.
I will draw a card. I will play a Esper Triome and say go.
Untap. Draw.
Can I ban this? How do I?
Should have played a different land too. Oops.
What's wrong with that? That's fine.
Oh, sorry, I misread it. I thought it was
That's fine.
a bot for a second.
No, that's just Opie.
Okay. I just
Dark
saw
Ritual?
I just saw the Wooded
Sure.
Foothills and
Shieldred?
Yuck. Okay, well, I'm just going to lose anyway now.
Pass
so
the turn.
It doesn't really matter. Untap. Draw. I mean, does that do... Forest pass?
So you're at 18 because you drew.
Yeah, I guess.
22-18, Jay. I will attack for 4.
Take 4.
14. I will pass the turn.
Draw. I'll take another 2.
12.
Oof.
He's at 12 now. He keeps dying quickly.
God, Shieldred's
Shieldred's a mess.
I look away for 1 second.
Anywhere
All the
else?
life totals are
Sure.
different.
Did you not play land last turn?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Guess you don't really need to.
Cool, you got to do something cool.
Yeah, that's on the cool spectrum,
Play an
I guess.
Ancient Tomb, take 2. Just gonna try and
10.
end this game a little faster. Play Sword of Body and Mind and say go.
Sure. I'll untap.
Should have sideboarded that out.
I will draw. Go to combat.
Yeah.
Attack for 4.
Yeah, I'll take 4.
So 24 to 6. And I will pass the turn.
Untap. Draw on a card. Trigger.
Down to 4.
I'm just dead. You love to see it. Let's play a Polluted Delta. Because if I go to 1, then I just die on the next upkeep. Great. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Let's do that. Crack the Polluted Delta.
Down to 3.
Get an island. Let me think about this for one more second. Is there actually any out?
Play it out for the content, Anthony.
Yeah.
Cast your own wheel.
Go to 1.
Down to 1.
Cast the Scarab God.
That's the Scarab God.
Say go.
So you just... Okie dokie.
Okay.
I'll untap.
Great.
I'll draw.
Great.
Darn it. I go to 26.
Darn it.
I'm sad.
Not going to cast Wheel of Fortune this turn.
No, because I didn't draw a mountain. So sad.
Oh, Judge. He showed it to me.
I can show you whatever I want.
that's allowed.
That's not against the rules. That's just bad magic. I will...
Go ahead. Attack.
I'll just attack. It's fine. No, that's... And in response to blocks, I'll bounce it back to your hand.
I was like, that was sad.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll untap. I'll draw a card.
Yeah, you die.
Ow.
Is
Oh.
is the stack empty?
Is the stack him?
I'm not going to lie. Didn't really feel like I did anything there other than just play Shieldred.
Yeah, it just killed me twice.
So that's a thing. All right, real talk, Jay. Is Reanimator good in this cube?
I think so.
What do I have to do differently to make my deck good?
I draw the right cards.
Okay, but seriously, if you're drafting my deck, I'm like, what do you think my deck needs to be better?
I don't know, like the cantrips,
Cantrips would be good.
frantic search, stuff like that.
I wasn't in blue until like the half end of pack 2. Actually, it just was kind of open.
I mean, a lot of my Reanimator decks are just like normal decks that just have Reanimator in it.
Yeah, this is not that because it's not really.
I mean, you have a lot of the good stuff for a good Reanimator deck. So
Yeah. Well, it felt bad except for when I cast Shieldred. That part felt good. How do you feel for you, Anthony?
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, it would have been stylish. I wish I could have killed you with a Vendilion Click trigger too. Make you draw a card off of the Vendilion Click. Do the last 2
I'm
damage.
so sorry.
Yeah.
For all of these things that you didn't get to do.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It's a real bummer for you.
All right. That's this match. So now it's going to be Anthony and Jay.
should I hit stop recording?
Yep.